I hope Britain's immigration judges and lawyers can sleep at night if a foreign criminal, who they let stay in Britain, kills a load of people. Today in Germany, a deadly car attack happened. The man they've arrested is a 24-year-old Afghan failed asylum seeker with a history of drug offences. Here he is actually being detained.
Oh, shit. Okay.
At least 28 people were injured, some of them were young children, and one was apparently a child in their pram. That's the definition of innocence, that, isn't it? A child new into this world, being pushed along like that, potentially killed by a rabid Afghan asylum seeker who should never have been here. How many times? In the last year in Germany, there have been 5 terror attacks, all committed by asylum seekers. 3 of them have been Afghans, one's been Syrian, and one is a Saudi. It was just a couple of weeks ago, another Afghan stabbed a toddler and a man to death in a German park. Well, here in Britain, the public want illegal migrants deported, don't they? They want them sent home, even if it is to a war-torn country. They want foreign criminals booted out. The Tories wanted foreign criminals booted out. Reform want foreign criminals booted out. Labour say they want foreign criminals booted out, but judges keep letting them stay. The Pakistani paedophile with a penchant for prepubescent girls was allowed to stay so he could look after his own daughters. A migrant gangster who murdered someone couldn't be deported because of EU rules. We can't deport a Jamaican drug dealer because his child might be trans. A Jamaican rapist can't be deported because he might be bisexual, despite there being no evidence of him being bisexual. And we have yesterday's case of a Nigerian woman who failed 8 times to claim asylum in Britain. She joined a Nigerian terror group, which is not a prescribed terror group in Britain, which means she would face persecution back home. And in the last few minutes, I've come into possession of the Daily Telegraph's front page, which we're going to be talking about in more detail later. And I'll read this to you. Ghanaian wins right to stay after staging wedding he wasn't at. OK? A Ghanaian tourist was granted the right to live in Britain under Brexit marriage rules, even though she did not attend her own wedding. If so many of these cases, all right, the judges, they determine that the claimant is lying. They acknowledge in their verdict that they are being lied to by the claimant. And they still let them stay. What world are we living in? 1 in 13 people in London are here illegally.